What's up YouTube, it's your boy Drippy, owner of Drippy Visuals, and in this video I'm going to go through another behind the scenes of a music video I shot recently. So with this music video we travelled all the way to London. London has some amazing locations. It's really diverse and there's always locations you could use in London. And I'm from a smaller city, so once you've shot in a couple places, it's like how many other places can you shoot unless you shoot in another city. This shoot was really run and gun, however I used a lot of accessories and different equipment which I'll talk about in the video. So with this first shot you're seeing now, we were in an alleyway and you could see the elongated lines and we put the artist in the middle of the frame. We kept it real basic. I just told him to move from left to right. I set him up to a point where he shouldn't move from. I think that's really important. Before you're shooting an artist, tell them where they can move and where they can. That way your framing will stay perfect. When I shoot, I normally use the free grids or the raw thirds, I think it's called, just so I can make sure I can pinpoint the artist in the middle, so my subject's always in the middle and I'm tracking them through left and right. As well as the performance scenes, I got some cutaways, so I made sure to get cutaways of the environment, cutaways of the artist. One shot that I really love doing is starting in sling mode and then gradually moving towards the artist and then panning the camera up as it's coming. And I normally use that as a slow motion cutaway because it works really well as an establishing shot and a mixing shot in between performances. I also put the drone in the sky, flew it a 360 like I did in the previous video, just so I'm going to be able to cut in between and out. Another cool drone shot randomly where the train was going, so I quickly captured the train. And that's the thing with the drone, sometimes if you keep it up for that extra 5 or 10 minutes, you might get a shot you would have never got, because sometimes shots just happen and sometimes you can't even control for good shots. Sometimes they just come to you. So we went to a second location, which was a park. I got 2 shots of the artist whilst he was sat down rapping, just to make it easier for me. So I got 1 mid shot and 1 close, so I can change in between them. And after that I said, well, we might as well do a walking shot so we can mix it in. I took 2 takes of the walking shot. As you see now, I put the scenes up as I'm speaking. The artist walking towards me, I'm just holding the camera, they're rapping. I shot 1 in 60 frames per second and 1 in 24 frames. And the reason I did that is I didn't really want cutaways of them walking per se. I'd rather be able to slow down the performance shots and mix it in with the 24 frames. So that's the reason I did 2. Just make sure when you're doing walking shots with artists, you get your distance first and you tell the artist to respect the distance so they don't get close to the camera. In the past where I haven't done that and it's messed up the whole shot. I just had to check the camera's recorded. I thought I didn't even press record. So yeah, after that shot, the artist had a car coming. It was a real nice car. I think it was an Audi. So yeah, we were shot in the tunnel. The real simple shot. I just had the car pull up, turn it to the side inside the tunnel, and he started rapping. Everyone's getting hyped. So it was a real simple shot. The artist wanted to rap whilst he was in the car. I thought that was a good idea. So he was hanging out the window. I was just following with the gimbal. I told him once again to maintain the distance between me and the car so you don't run me over because I'm not trying to get killed while filming. Once again, I shot 2 24 frames per second performance shots and 160 frames so I can mix between both of the footage. But after that, I thought I'd get more diverse with the shot selection, so I got on my car mount, put it on the hood of the car, and then I panned it up so it's looking down up from the artist whilst he's rapping on the sunroof. And I really like that song. I think it really adds some difference to the scene selection with the car scenes. I get a bit wary using my car mount sometimes because I think like what about my camera full. So this one I was a bit wary. I told him just drive slow. I'm attach my HDMI to the monitor and just make sure all the settings stay the same if any lighting changes, because you know as you use the variable ND filter, going through the tunnel could be too dark or too perfect, and you go into the light, and then because it's a variable ND filter, it's not automatic, the light changes and you could have a darker or lighter image. However, that wasn't the case with that. Both of them came out great. After that, I put the drone in the sky just to get some diverse cuts when I edit it in post, just with the car driving through. I didn't shoot too much B-roll of the car, etc., because I feel like these scenes don't need to be in the video that much. They need to be seen like maybe once or twice or maybe 3 times. If I put them any more than that, I don't feel like it will have the same effect. We went to another tunnel with graffiti. I just told the artist stand in the middle, similar to the first scene, and we'll get some shots. The final scene we shot that day, we went to a Morley's. Like, a Morley's is like a famous chicken shop that's just everywhere in London. I just put 1 light outside the shop. I got 3 scenes. One where he's walking out rapping, a handheld one, and other than that, I just got a lot of cutaways in the same time there as well. A guy who had nice grills, caught a quick shot of him. So yeah, that's how the shoot went. It was a real run and gun shoot, like all my shoots. It was a real run and gun. However, I seem to use all my equipment, so I guess it wasn't so much run and gun, it was run and gun and a bit planned, even though it was all spontaneous. I just want to say a big thanks to Jpxphotography for doing the behind the scenes filming and the behind the scenes photography. I'm going to drop her Instagram right here below. I'm also going to drop some photos she took at the shoot. She did a really good job. I'm really happy with the photos and how they came out and the footage. And I'm going to leave my Instagram down below, drippyvisuals_. Follow that if you want to stay updated with what I'm doing. And that's it. Thanks for watching.